So just a quick little update of what's going on here with all of this stuff. Now, I know I said last week I'm not talking about the COVID-19, but this is very important. This is very important. Dr. Fauci says New York should accept COVID-19 vaccine once it's approved by the FDA, who, by the way, we know is already corrupt. We've known for decades that the FDA has been corrupt, but I will continue. Approved by the FDA and doesn't agree, Governor Cuomo needs to conduct a review before distributing it. Now, there's a couple things that need to be said about this. First, we're being told, by we, I mean the people, society, citizens, aka slaves, we are being told to accept this vaccine without even reviewing it. Which means he says, hey, look at us, look at what we're doing. I'm Dr. Fauci, do as I say, shut up and take the vaccine. Now I'm going to go on and read these bullets really quick. Dr. Fauci hit back at Governor Andrew Cuomo and other leaders, saying he does not agree that they need to conduct their own vaccine reviews once the FDA has approved them. Fauci said that while he doesn't blame Cuomo and others for wondering, hey, what's going on? He warned that such reviews would delay the vaccine's rollout. Now that right there, that's a big concern. That's a big concern of mine as well. Because while I know that they're going to do what they're going to do, but I have to do this. The fact that they're saying that, hey, we need to get this stuff. Again, Operation Warp Speed. Those are some very important words in that term, or in that name. This is Operation 911. This is Operation, hey, let's fast pace this. Let's fast track this shit. And get the ball rolling on ending the fucking world. That's what the problem is. That's where the issue lies. They're saying we don't care about consistency. We don't care about any of that shit. We need this shit now. That's what they're saying. That's what that's what Fauci is saying. And he's saying that, and he's only using Cuomo as an example because New York is going to be the testing state. New York is going to be the first state that gets these vaccines. I guarantee it. Now, again, just because I guarantee it, take that with a grain of salt because I'm a nobody. But if history serves us right, and thus far it's somewhat accurately, has showed us that it's right and has served us right, New York's going to be the first state to get this shit. New York's going to be that testing state. New York's going to be the state that we see all this shit happen and we're like, wow, that's really fucked up. Well, guess what? It's too late. It's already here in all the other states. Now I'm going to go on and read the next bullet. Cuomo said last month that he was planning to assemble a team of experts to review any COVID-19 vaccine before rolling it out across the Empire State. Rightfully so. Now again, that same team that, you have assembled to review the COVID-19 vaccine before giving it out to, human beings. Well, here's the thing. There's a couple instances. They could be paid by the very same people that gave you these vaccines. Two, what makes you think that even if they say that it's good, that it's really good? That it's really good to go? Now I'll go on to the next bullet. Fauci, meanwhile, said he won't hesitate to get the vaccine once FDA approved, which that's literally repeating the very same thing. While assuring Americans help is on the way, he also urged the public to hang in there and to follow safety protocol this Thanksgiving to avoid a second wave. Let me tell you something. I just want to go to this real quick. Actually, you know what? Before I get to that, I'll read this very last bullet. The director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious of Infectious Diseases added that the U.S. COVID death toll of 256,000 could rise to 300,000 by the year's end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Now, while this may seem like nothing, this may seem like it's, I don't know, a bit too far. I just want to show you all how many people have already traveled for Thanksgiving. Now, I'm not with the whole, this site's for that, whatever stuff. I'm just going to show you guys what this is. On CNN, more than 1 million people passed through U.S. airports Friday despite COVID warnings. That's right, folks. I read that right. More than 1 million. And we're talking at airports. Now, again, everybody's, doing their safety protocol, bullshit, whatever. Cool. But this is going to be another way that they are going to slip it right under our noses. Because we've got over 1 million people traveling for Thanksgiving. The next month, you're going to have another maybe 2 million, maybe more than that, travel for Christmas and a New Year. And you got to think about the people that have to travel back home as well. You see, they're playing this to their part. The government, big brother corrupt government is playing this to their part. This is what they do best. They say, hey, stay at home, but you know what? We're going to leave the airports open because we know it's Thanksgiving, we know it's Christmas, and we know you guys want to surely go home. But yet, we're going to close down all the local businesses back in March. Make sure they don't get back on their feet. But you know what? You can still get on airplanes and do all this other shit, right? Makes no sense. None of this makes any sense. Ever since February, none of this has made sense. There's only one real reason why this is still a thing. And that's because they're going to push control in the very end. And they're going to push control to the very extent of no return. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did for you guys last video, and I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure you guys have everything in place. And I'm preaching to the choir because I don't. I've got a long way until I have everything in place to get to be ready for something like this. But I do believe that humanity some way, somehow, could possibly, there's a chance that we could prevail. But the life that we once knew it before COVID, will never be the same. I'm Corn. This is Contemporary Comrades, and I am OUT.